the man of the moment, introducing Frank Furness. I know Frank as a super salesman, and his style and his slickness in his presenting, his ideas, his thoughts, it's like the epitome of what a good salesman is all about. I've been blessed to be part of a community with Frank for the past 2 and a bit years, and every single time he is constantly sharing, supporting, helping, kind of what we do in Collaboration Global, but he's out there running around the world doing it for as many people as he can possibly find. So he's a speaker and a trainer. He teaches tech. He knows all about the cameras and the microphones and all the software that is out there. His mind is blown by that. He loves a bit of LinkedIn, don't we all? And he just produces stuff at a prolific rate. And over the years, we've got to know him, and we've seen him with his twin granddaughters, and he's an all-round good guy. He's one of life's special people. I'm now going to hand over to Frank because he's helping me out at the last minute, and I'm forever grateful. Over to you, Frank.
Thanks, Jill. It's fantastic to be here. When you talk about collaboration, I work with a group of about 20 guys in Fort Lauderdale. They're all ultra wealthy people, and they all collaborate to help each other. One of them is a guy called Arvid, and I've got to know Arvid really, really well. He owns 3 helicopters and 2 jets, ultra successful. And his story is when he was at school, he was told that he was stupid. So he left school at 16, not knowing that he was dyslexic. Started fixing up air conditioners, started his first business at 21. At the age of 39, he sold that for 80 million. Started his second business, sold that 2 years ago for 100 million. And whenever I'm with him, I say to him, what is it that makes successful people? And he's been studying success. In fact, he's writing a book at the moment called The Blue Collar Millionaire. And he says what he's found out, the most successful people are not necessarily the brightest, but they think differently. So that's what I want you to think about today. How do you think differently? How do you do business different to the normal kind of people? I've always been a maverick, and I love being around these mavericks. Another maverick I want to tell you about is another person from that group. And he had 6 car washes, went into the group and collaborating, and he said, well, you know what, I'm going to take my 6 car washes, I'm going to build it up to 20. And they ripped him to pieces. They said, why do you think so small? You've got to think way bigger. Right now, he's got 180 car washes, second biggest car wash in the world, and he's just sold off half the business for $500 million. His name is Brett Overman, and he's only 42 years old. So I'm going to go into my share screen here, and I want to show you a little bit about normal sales and marketing. This is the old traditional way. Let's get our target. Let's break it down. We break it into weeks, months, and it's like the 1980s style. When I worked with Brett, this is Brett Overman over here. In fact, this is Brett in my garage in Orlando that I've turned into a studio. He flies in his helicopter, and we make some films over there. And Brett got me in to work with his sales and marketing team. And they're a great team, all young, dynamic people. But when I said to them, show me your marketing plan, I thought I was going to see that normal kind of boring plan. This is what I saw, and open your mind to this. Now, remember, this is a car wash. I mean, how can a car wash have a sales and marketing plan? You go in, you wash your car, you go out. This is what his sales and marketing team showed me. Just check this out, 5 pages of planning. I mean, it's just crazy. This is a car wash. Take a look at all of these ideas here. 5 pages on sales and marketing. So what they do is they get together once a year, spend a weekend away, and they just think of every idea they can. What can we do differently? How can we do things differently? And they have, hundreds of ideas. And then they start saying, okay, what's going to work? What's not going to work? And that's how he's grown from 6 car washes to 180, well, going for 200 car washes right now. So, oh yeah, Gina, I want to come and be a guest on your show. That would be lovely. So think differently all the time. The next thing is all of us are on LinkedIn. And by the way, Mac and I are going to be running a LinkedIn seminar soon. I'll tell you the details about that soon. But the one thing you've also got to do, and we know this, is identify your target market. the great thing about me, where I learn so much, is from the clients that I work with. So let me introduce you to target marketing. And again, we've only got 20 minutes, so we're going to run through things pretty quickly. Yeah, I go at a fast pace. And I want you to think about, who is your ideal customer? They've got a problem you can solve. They've got the time and the money. You can provide the outcomes. They're engaged. They've got the same kind of worldview as you. They're collaborators. Who is your ideal customer? Here's a question. Does anyone recognize this business? It's a business in London I work with called Jellyfish Pictures. Anyone ever heard of them before? I guarantee nobody's heard of them, but everybody will have seen them. They're a special effects company. If you've seen any James Bond, Raiders of the Lost Ark, any of those shows, they are the people behind the animation. So once again, I was working with their marketing team, and whenever I work with a team, I ask them 3 questions. And these are the same 3 questions I want you to write down and think about. The first thing I said to them was, how do you want to be found on either a Google search or a LinkedIn search or a YouTube search? And they said, well, simple, animation and VFX company, best VFX company, animation and visual effects studio, animation studio. So how do you want to be found? Mine is sales technology speaker. What is yours going to be? Because you must find a 2 or 3 word phrase that is going to go in everywhere and help you to dominate the first page of Google. The second question I asked them was, what kind of solutions do you provide for your clients? And they said, well, it's simple: movie animation, visual effects, VFX. So now we know how they want to be found. We know what kind of content we're going to be providing. It's going to be all around that. We can now make blogs, we can do posts, we can do videos, we can do podcasts, all built around those 3 things, because those are the solutions they provide for their clients. So what are the solutions you provide? And then you can start working around that. And the next one is a big one, is who do you sell to? What is the exact person that you sell to? And they came up, I thought it was going to be owners of big studios and that kind of thing. And they said, no, it's visual effects supervisors, producers, broadcasters. These are the middle people in a movie company: post-production supervisors, production companies, directors. So I want you to think about those 3 questions over there. How do you want to be found? What kind of solutions do you provide? And who do you sell to? Because once you know who you sell to, then it's great. You can go in and you can do advanced Google searches, you can do Boolean searches, and you can find your ideal kind of clients. Once you've got those, now we get into that fantastic thing called LinkedIn that we all love. We all love LinkedIn. So in fact, let's put it into the chat box there. Why do you love LinkedIn? What is the most powerful thing you get from LinkedIn? Let's put that into the chat box. Let's see what we got in the chat box there. Connection. Connecting with people. Searchability, absolutely, yeah. New connections. Collaboration. Yes, there we go. Lives with my customer avatar. Discoverability. So many things. Now, the one thing that you haven't seen there, there's building networks. Has anyone ever thought of using LinkedIn for search engine optimization? It is one of the best search engine optimization things you can ever do. In fact, everybody, just get out your phones right now, open up Google and do a search for sales technology speaker and see what comes up. Sales technology speaker, Google search. And what do you see coming up there?
You're top of the list.
Yep.
You comes on number 2 on my Google search. The first is Global Keynote Speaker Bureau, LondonSpeakerBureau.com.
Okay, and that's for sales technology speaker.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Everyone's going to be
number 2. You come on number 2. But it's not bad.
You're number
to be
1
Google,
and
number
2 on my list.
1 and 2, yeah. 1 on 2 on anyone else's? Yeah, there we go. Now, the interesting thing is, for the last 10 years, I have owned the first page of Google everywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, I'm going to own that first page. Why? Because I know how to feed the Google engine. In fact, if we just go over here to the share screen again, let's take a look at this here. And we go in here. There you can see there's 2 reasons. How's number 1? LinkedIn. Just by optimizing your LinkedIn and knowing how to do that, you can get to the top of a Google search. I'm working with a top coach in Miami at the moment, and within 2 weeks, he hadn't appeared on any of the Google searches. He's now number 5 on the first page, and our aim is to get him to number 1. So just by optimizing your LinkedIn, you can go in, and for SEO, it's brilliant. The second thing there is YouTube. Now, how many of you have got a YouTube channel? Okay, great. Those that don't, please go and get a YouTube channel. The second biggest search engine is YouTube. It's owned by Google. I have 1,000 videos on YouTube. Just by getting your videos up there, and you can see in every video, I have sales technology speaker. I have it in 3 places on every video. I have it in the title, I have it in the description, and I have it in the keywords. And it's just like LinkedIn. You've got to keep feeding it all the time. So I auto schedule videos to go up. Like twice a week, there's going to be new videos going up all the time. So 2 big things for search engine optimization, YouTube and LinkedIn. And again, with LinkedIn as well, we know there are 5 different kinds of posts. You've got your video posts, and video posts are absolutely amazing. They grab people's attention. You've got your normal pictures, double pictures, you've got your PDFs, you've got your polls. So you've got to learn about the 5 different kinds of posts, when to post, what makes it go viral. In fact, hey, Mac is over there. Mac and I have been speaking about this, and Mac is he's a guru on all of this. And again, if you get your phones out, Mac and I next month are going to be doing a free webinar on LinkedIn. So if you just get your phones, just hold it up against that, and that should take you to the place where you can register to come along. It's free. We're going to have a whole hour with some nice giveaways. So just let me know once you've all got that there. And again, if you don't get it, just drop me an email afterwards, frank@frankfurness.com, and I'll let you have the details. It's going to be brilliant. We've got some fantastic ideas that we're going to be sharing with you. You all cool with that? You got that? Okay, great. This is fun, isn't it? Oh, geez. Jill, you've got to organize the next one where we all got to get together in person. That's going to be such fun. I'll bring my cigars and my single malts, and we'll have a party out of it. Okay, now the next thing we're going to be looking at is we're going to go on to the way that I love to market. I love systems. Everything I do is systemized, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's YouTube, everything has a system. And this is the system to drive traffic. Of course, we all want to drive traffic to our websites. And the way I do it is like this. So I produce content, either videos on YouTube, I have my blog, I have my newsletter. The problem with this is I can make a YouTube video and I get 5 views. So it's pretty pointless. It's pretty useless unless I can drive traffic there. And that's where social media comes in. And what I do is I produce the content, and the social media drives the traffic to the content. From the content, they go to the website, and that's where the business follows. So I'd make a new YouTube video. I've got 5,000 people on Facebook. I'll tell them about it. I tweet out to 3,000 people. I'll tell 32,000 people on YouTube. Everything here drives the traffic to the content. The content then goes to the website, and that's where the business starts. The challenge is I don't have time to sit and do all of this. So there's a lot of great automated tools out there that we can be using, things like Hootsuite and CoSchedule, Loomly. There's some great tools that will automate all of that stuff for us. Now, the next thing I want to speak about is, you can see there, YouTube is video. How many of us are making video all the time? Anybody making videos? Okay, great. I love that. Is anybody doing video testimonials? Anybody getting video testimonials? Okay, so I'm going to share a little secret with you today. I've got 65 video testimonials. The most powerful one I got was from a cold email I did many years ago that ended up with me working with the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi in the Royal Palace. At the end of 2 days, I got a video testimonial, put it up onto YouTube, put it onto my website. 3 months later, started getting work from all over the Middle East from some of the most powerful people. I had to sign little secrecy agreements. But there's 3 ways that you get a video testimonial. And again, write this down. Video testimonial part 1 is the credibility builder. This is where the person says who they are and what they do. Hi, my name is Alan Brown. I'm the CEO of XYZ, and we help companies too. So that very short 20-second who you are, what you do, and how you help organizations. The next part is where they talk about your business, and you don't want them to say things like fantastic or amazing. Start to use outcomes. So by joining Jill's community, we've increased our production by XYZ. By using Gina, we've reduced. So try and get some statistics in there, and then they finish off again with who they are and what they do. And video is so powerful, because what you can also do with video is share emotion. Now, 3 great secrets of a really good video. The one is use people and animals. The second one is tell a story. People love stories. And the third one, well, I'm going to show you pretty soon, is using music, the right kind of music in your video. So I travel all over the world. I've been to Iran 7 times. And the next film I'm going to show you evokes emotion. This was filmed at a hospital in Iran. Just take a look at this video and see how you feel. What kind of emotion do you get when you see this? How do you feel after watching that? I mean, the emotions are pretty high, but you can see they had everything that you needed in that video. The stories, the music matched perfectly, the children. That was actually filmed at the cancer hospital in Tehran. So I want you to think about that. I think I've got about a minute to go. So I want to give you one more slide before we go into our breakout rooms here. Let me just pull it up for you. And let me share here again. Please, I'd love everybody to connect with me. So again, if you could just get your phones out, take a picture of that. Move him on. There we go. There we go. If you could take a picture of that, and you can follow me, connect with me on all of the different channels. And I try to always fit into time. I am 5 seconds over time, so I'm going to stop there, but I do have one more great little video after we've had our breakout session that speaks about collaboration. A great example. Yeah, the last one is just a little video and a story I want to share, and I think it's all about collaboration. So I spent 10 years as a drummer in a rock band, and if you don't collaborate, if you don't listen to each other, you just don't provide great music. And one of my friends is a keyboard player. His name is Freddie Ravel. He was the musical director for Earth, Wind and Fire. He's worked with J-Lo, and he was with Santana for many, many years. And when I asked him about what was it like working with Santana, and he said it's all about collaboration, listening to each other. But the other thing that he said to me was, it's all about leading from the front. You've got to lead from the front. And I'm going to finish off with just a little video of Freddie here. You'll see him playing keyboards with Santana, but then listen to what he says about what a great example was given from Santana. So let's go into this here. Feel like Lord knows you got a change.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too to remember is to lead by example. You know, in all the years that I was working with Carlos Santana, the road manager would say, "Hey guys, it's a 5:30 a.m. lobby call. 5:30 a.m. and you know Carlos will be here at 5:20. You guys know that, so keep that in mind." And sure enough, I get down there at 5:20, maybe 5:15 in the morning. Carlos was there. The leader of the band. If this iconic rock star can get out of bed for a lobby call at 5:20 and be ready to go, nobody can say they're late. Nobody can take the risk. So lead by example is another very important thing.
So yeah, there we go. The last one there, collaborate and lead by example. So it's been great being here. Thanks for inviting me, Jill, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the session.